On Monday, Travis Flores dropped by the studio.
Brooke gets all the good interviews. She had a chance to catch up with him, and here's his story.
A young man making a difference through his medical condition. We'd like to welcome Travis Flores, author of The Spider Who Never Gave Up, and now a cast member of a movie. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, I understand that our audience has been following you for 10 years. So do you have an update on how you personally are doing?
Yeah, I think as with every disease, we have our ups and downs, and I'm in a little bit of a slump right now, but hopefully over the next few months I'll be able to come out of that and continue on pursuing what I've always done.
I know everyone here probably is very supportive and hopes that too. So you were very excited about this movie and this chance that you've gotten. So how did that come about, and what's the movie title? Well,
the title of the movie is called Who's Driving Doug, and it was a few months ago I came in contact with the writer Michael Carnick, who had this fantastic screenplay, and I fell in love with one of the main characters, Doug actually, who is struggling with muscular dystrophy. And I felt that on a very personal level I could relate to those kinds of struggles and limitations, so I asked if I could audition for it. And over the course of a few weeks of auditioning, I kept getting more and more confident with my ability to portray the role. But then we had the fantastic opportunity for RJ Mitty to step forward, and he took Doug, which is fantastic for the film. And Michael Carnick then went back to the screenplay and actually expanded and wrote in more of a role for me and gave the character Cystic Fibrosis. So my character actually has CF.
So how does it feel to actually represent your condition in a screenplay?
It's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, I've always kind of represented the condition on some level. Whether it was speaking at events or fundraising or even through publishing my book, it's kind of always been common knowledge that I had CF. But playing a character with CF was a little different. I had to really kind of remove myself and my personal struggles and focus more on the character struggles because they're different. But it's a very fascinating film, and the role is just an incredible opportunity, and I'm very thankful to Michael for that.
What would you say to people who think you're an inspiration, and or to people who have to go through anything? Why should they embrace and kind of do what you've done over the years?
I think that when people focus so much, I think that when people focus so much on their limitations and not enough on the things that they can do, they kind of forget that there's reasons to continue living and make goals and to strive for things. And if you only focus on limitations, whether it's poverty or illness, then you'll never really achieve those goals. So I think it's important for people to really set goals and kind of make the goals regardless of the limitations.
Now, how does it feel to just have gotten your master's?
Old. I feel really old. But I had such a great experience at NYU, and I'm very thankful to their program for allowing me to join, considering they don't accept very many people into the program. So yeah, I got my master's degree, and I studied fundraising, so I feel like it's a way for me to kind of combine my undergrad in acting and my master's in fundraising to do something with both things I love.
Now let's talk about your book. How did you even come up with the idea?
Oh geez. Well, when I was 8, I was hospitalized for the first time, and I feel like our audience has heard this a million times. So I just, I met a lot of kids that were sick, and it bothered me because I felt like they didn't have a lot of encouragement. So I wanted to be that person to encourage them to continue living and to continue dreaming. And the book kind of was a result of that. And then a few years later, Make-A-Wish published it, and 10 years later, here we are.
Unique actor, unique young man.
He was great to me, and it was the 10-year anniversary of this book, if you didn't catch up on that.
Great stuff. To see the rest of the interview with Travis Flores and Brooke, head over to the web channel that is the newscenter.tv.
And when we come back, Kurt Greenfield